Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Taken from about the 12 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Now ETN to start the drive, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
We gotta be big time now.
Now Lawrence on first down. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Here's Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Hey, what we got? Let's step up right now. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, let's turn it up. Let's go, baby.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Dances by him and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Fields going to keep it once more. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A handoff for Herbert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On second down, ETN once more. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st down, Lawrence. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run. It's Herbert. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 7. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Fields now to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Again, he finds Moore. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Throwing again is Fields. And it's caught. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
It's all like popcorn. It's all like popcorn. Let's go, y'all.
From the 2 now, second and goal. On second down, a run with Herbert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
I got you, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go do this thing, baby. It's one.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll go with Foreman. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Deontay Foreman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of a tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Lawrence will throw. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. On third down, Herbert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group. They can't stop.
Here's Fields. He'll find more on the comeback route.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Pass interference. Defense.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Kari Blossomgame taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 34.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Now Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's a one-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Let's do this, man.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 24, Lawrence buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Walker in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action, Lawrence. Under pressure, they got him again. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here comes Pettis on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Herbert once more. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's showtime, baby. Let's do it.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to perhaps salt this one away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing now, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Lawrence. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's roll.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.